Hi everyone, it's Kelvin Hardy the Cinephile. Thank you so much for watching. So today I want to talk about an interesting topic, Mulan, the live action film in 2020. Does Mulan need songs, Mushu, and Shang? Now, I'm really happy to be back. I took a week off, just being lazy. But I'm really glad to be back. I got some good feedback on a couple of recent videos. The Comic-Con weekend was crazy, a lot of news. I only did 3 videos, or 2 videos for Comic-Con. Cats is not Comic-Con, but got some good responses, so thank you so much. But anyways, today I want to talk about Mulan, the live action film in 2020. Now, does it need songs, Mushu, or Shang? So I'm going to talk about it this way. I'm going to say why these different components are not in the 2020 live action film from Disney's point of view, and then say my point of view, how they could be incorporated or are they necessary in my opinion. So let's go through these quickly, and I'll try not to go too long. Okay, so songs. Disney doesn't want songs in the live action film. So they've stated this before. They said there would be no songs, and then they sort of said, they flip-flopped a little bit and said, maybe, right? Because there was backlash, obviously, from myself. I didn't write anything, but there was backlash, I think, in the general public. Why aren't there going to be songs? So Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, most recently, they all have songs. Jungle Book has a couple of songs. All very successful films. I believe all 3, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Lion King, have made over $1 billion. And they have songs. So why wouldn't they have songs? Now, all of this, the first 2 things I would go over, songs and Mushu, specifically point to China. So why are there no songs? Because the Chinese audience, the original Mulan from 1997 was not popular in China. Now this is, I don't know how overstated its unpopularity is, because this is back in the day, in 1997. So those films were not, the overseas market is different from what it is today, obviously. I mean, it's much easier with digital films. It's much easier to transfer. It's much easier to promote. The overseas market is more important now than it was 20 years ago, or 22 years ago, when the original Mulan came out. I mean, domestic was very, very important. It still is. I mean, you can't have a film flop here and make a lot of money in China or elsewhere, Japan, and say, oh, we're gonna do a sequel, possibly. I think that was what was behind the sequel for Pacific Rim 2, to be perfectly honest. So, yes. Sorry, I'm just gonna look this up really quickly. 1998 Mulan, sorry. So, 1998, 21 years, I apologize. So, the market was different, but basically Disney doesn't want to make China angry by having songs. Now, I think that's a little bit silly. Does the film need songs? No, not necessarily. I mean, now my opinion, I'm trying to think about my opinion from before the teaser trailer dropped and after the teaser trailer dropped. The teaser trailer is beautiful, but it's also a little bit sterile. It's very serious, right? It's like, this is a serious film, take us seriously, right? And some people might say, well, there's no place for songs in that. There's no place for songs in a war film. Like, it wouldn't work. I disagree with that slightly, because personally, I believe Reflection would fit in beautifully in a serious adaptation. It's a serious song. So I think there can be a compromise. I mean, if I was Disney, I would have Reflection in there. I mean, yes, I don't think, you know, I'm gonna make a man out of you. It might not work in a live action setting if you're trying to tell a serious story. But I think reflection, especially before she goes off to war, could definitely work. And it would make the North American audience happy, and you do need the domestic box office to be good. As I said, if this film, it won't flop. It might flop. I mean, it might disappoint. It won't flop. But like, flop would be like, it makes $10 million opening weekend. That would be shocking. And it makes like 50 million or 60 million domestically. I mean, they're gonna market this. They're gonna market the heck out of this thing. So I see, but if it makes like 100 million, right, or barely crosses 100 million domestically, that would be a little bit embarrassing. So I think have reflection in the film. So yes, I would say Mulan does need songs. Reflection is the most important one because it fits into a live action film. And like I've been thinking about this question. I mean, I'm sure some of you will chime in, or can't. You feel free to chime in, please. But do all Chinese people in China hate musicals? There are over 1 billion people in China. Like, I'm sure there are literally millions of people who like musicals in China, unless I'm completely... I've been to China multiple times. I've never heard this before. So I don't know. But yes, I think that would be the compromise that I would do. Does Mulan need songs? I would say yes. In particular, reflection. If you could make some version of Make a Man Out of You work in this film, those are two songs, pardon me, that you need in this film. Just like Jungle Book had 2 songs, you can have 2 songs in Mulan, and it can work, right? Jungle Book had serious moments, had scary moments, frightening moments. Just because they had a 2-minute song, it didn't ruin the film. So I do think it needs songs. Okay. Next one, Mushu. So again, this points to China. I'm not trying to criticize Chinese people in China or be offensive, so I apologize if it comes off that way. So Mushu is such a large part of the original that I sort of want him in the new one, in the 2020 film. But I can concede this point, this component. So to back up a little bit, why Disney doesn't want to do Mushu is because it's disrespectful or it's not funny to Chinese people, right? Mulan is based on an epic ballad, I believe, or epic poem, and it's taken seriously, and there's no Mushu cracking jokes, right? Like the 1998 film. So I understand that points. Again, that points to the Chinese audience. I think, you know, it's very difficult because there's this balance that you have to strike, right? You have to strike. Obviously, the films are live action, but you don't want a exact shot for shot remake. You want a couple of shots that are the same, iconic shots. You know, Lion King, Simba being raised, Aladdin, Jasmine, the magic carpet ride, even them holding hands or him taking her hands, such an iconic moment that you just put that in. There's no point in changing that. So you have to find this balance. Now, some people have said Lion King, it's too similar. I don't think that's the issue. I really don't. The issue with Lion King, for me, and for a lot of people, many people, is that it's so realistic, the CGI is so realistic that the animals lose so much personality. Because if you watch the animated film, they're smiling, they're cocking their eyebrow, they're making faces, etc., which is not completely unrealistic. That's the beauty of animation. You can get away with it. You can stretch the reality of the world, and people will buy it because it's animated. So that goes for Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Princess and the Frog. Even CGI animated films, Tangled, right? Because it's animated, you can sort of make their facial expressions a little bit more expressive, but also slightly unrealistic. They can, jump far distances. They can hit things and go, oh, and there's no blood, right? Or there's no broken bones. So back to Mushu though. Sorry, that was a long tangent. Now it's just this balance. So the balance of being different and keeping iconic shots. I think Mulan does have several iconic shots. I would say when she wipes the makeup off, I would say cutting off her hair, which I don't think happens. So I'm getting all worked up. Because she has long hair in the teaser trailer, unless they shot that and it's a trick, which I wouldn't put it past any movie studio now, especially Disney and Marvel. Just tricking the audience, because you have to. The audience is so smart, and people just journalists, I'll use that term lightly, but some websites just ruin things and have spoilers, etc., etc. But anyways, so Mushu, I can actually concede. I'm okay with it. I think have a reference to Mushu, a really nice reference, like have a statue of a dragon, and say, that's Mushu, you're, he's the, I don't know, he's the dragon of peace, not peace, he's the dragon of good fortune or luck or whatever, right? That'd be great. So I can concede that point. Now I do hope there will be a little bit of humor in the film. I'm guessing it's going to be, well, obviously it's going to be over 90 minutes, over 95 minutes. So that's, if it's a really serious film with no humor, that's a bit of a tough sell. So I hope there's a little bit of humor. We saw none of that in the teaser trailer. So second point, I think I can concede it. No Mushu, I'm okay with it. That's fine. It works better in animation anyways. Having a CGI, like a small CGI dragon, might look a bit odd. I'm sure they could do it, like CGI is so incredible these days, but I can concede that point. So it's not a big deal, just give it to China. Let them have what they want. Okay, number 3. Shang. So, I don't know why this happened. I think the only reason I heard, so they've taken Shang out of this film and they created a new character, a new male supporting character. I forget his name. I can look it up actually, sorry. So the character, I apologize. The character's name is Chen Honghu. I'm probably butchering that, I apologize. But it's a new character, and he's a fellow soldier. Now the only reason that I've heard why they changed this is because they didn't want Shang to be above Mulan, and they didn't want him to have a superior position to her, or for her to date someone who is above her in rank. Something like that. Or I think they just wanted him to be on, this male supporting character to be on the same level as she is, as a fellow soldier. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's so stupid. I apologize. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. Like, I watched Mulan when if it came out in 1998, June, so my birthday might have happened already, so I might have been 11 or 12 when I watched this film. 12 probably. So it's just idiotic, right? I wrote this huge part here. Shang should not have been replaced. You should have had Shang in the film. If you're not going to do songs, pardon me, I'm getting all worked up. If you're not going to do Mushu, have Shang in there. Shang was such an important character for me growing up as a strong male character who actually was tall, had muscles, nice looking guy. I know he's animated, but you get what I'm trying to say. You get my point. So not that this new guy is not good looking. He's okay. Um, I really liked his story as well, even though it is a B story. Mulan is the A story. That's fine. But there's no reason to change him and make him a lesser character to lift Mulan up. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. That is the worst effect or component of feminism, or I don't even think it's feminism. Feminism is great. That's not even feminism. That's like just hatred, really. Or bullying. It's like, oh, I'm going to tear someone else down to lift myself up. Really, right? It's like Supergirl and Superman. Let's tear Superman down and lift Supergirl up, or let's tear Batman down and lift Catwoman up, right? I've been thinking about Batman and Catwoman a lot lately for some reason. Probably because I just finished year 1 from Batman, the graphic novel. But yeah, it makes him, I truly believe this, it makes him less interesting and have less responsibility. He was the general's son. He was a leader. He was leading the army. He was training the army. Now it's a new character. He's just a fellow soldier. I mean, will he have a moment with Mulan in the new film where he says, hey, keep trying, or hey, you're the smartest one here, or you're the strongest one here? Probably. But it doesn't mean as much. He's a fellow soldier. And there's nothing romantic between the two characters for most of the film. I mean, they don't even like each other. Well, okay, that's a lie. She sort of likes him, but he doesn't. He thinks Mulan is a boy in the 1998 animated film. He doesn't even like Mulan, or Ping, I believe is a fake name. He says, get out of here, you're weak. Get out, you're a loser. We don't want you. So I don't understand the change. I put my fist down. It should not be changed. It's silly. Just changing it for no reason. There's no need to diminish Shang. So yes, Mulan needs Shang. And it's a shame that he won't be there in name or character. I think that was really just a silly decision, just a nonsensical decision, to be honest. It's just to be different, right? It's like, oh, should we keep Shang in this film? No, let's not keep Shang. Let's just make our own version, which is great. But I think you have to find the balance, because you're adapting, it's a live action remake of your animated films. That's what it is. Disney has stated this. They're not lying about it. You can hate Disney all you want. I don't care. I love them sometimes. I hate them sometimes. But I love the animated films. I just love them. I think they're some of the greatest films ever created. Snow White still holds up. You show Snow White to a kid, it will terrify them. Sleeping Beauty, same thing. Cinderella still holds up. Anyways, but the 1991s really hold up. They're really great. Ariel's a bit young in Little Mermaid. But anyways, let's not talk about that. So those are 3 components that they're taking out of the 2020 film. I really think they need reflection in there. I really think they need Make a Man Out of You. If they can fit it in, if they can adapt it. Now, that's dangerous, but I would still want it in there. I say dangerous because Scar's Be Prepared in the new live action film is nothing. There's a nice touch when spoilers for Lion King. So as I was saying before, I really would like 2 songs, Reflection and Make a Man Out of You, to be in the film. Now, Scar's version, what I was saying is that Scar's version of the live action film is really, I sort of didn't like it because it's so sterile compared to the original. The original is incredible. It's one of the best villain songs in all of Disney animation, right? It's probably Be Prepared and Poor Unfortunate Souls. Those two are incredible. I'm probably missing one. Gaston's, oh my gosh, Gaston's Kill the Beast. Um, but anyways, so I think those two songs need to be in the film. Try to do a good version of Make a Man Out of You. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but because it's live action, so maybe it doesn't work, or the sequence might not work with the lyrics. But I mean, I would have the songs in there. I really think having the songs would be a benefit for the North American audience. It would, well, it would make a lot of money. It would help the film make a lot of money, which is the bottom line for Disney. So I really think they should, you know, I hope there's not like a Chinese person watching this from China, but I do hope you're watching, but I hope they're not offended. I don't think Disney should be too concerned with China. I know they have over 1 billion people. It's a lot of potential money, but you have a lot of potential money in North America, UK, France, all these other places, Brazil. I mean, I really think all those, the Philippines, all these other places that would enjoy the songs. And as has been proven, again, Beauty and the Beast live action, Aladdin, Lion King just passed $1 billion less than a week ago, I believe. So, I mean, those films just print money. I really do think it needs songs, and Disney has to reconsider. They have time. The film opens in March. They're in editing right now. They could do a week of reshoots and add in these two songs. Now, if they did not have the songs, then probably Make a Man Out of You is too difficult to film or too much trouble. Again, I would do Reflection. I mean, it's not a difficult film to song. It's not a difficult song to film, pardon me. You just need the lead actress in the same set where she would look at her reflection and sing the song. So it's really not that difficult. I really wish they would do it. I mean, just from my circle, which is not that large, I've heard 2 or 3 people saying they would love to have the songs. So yes, the songs. Mushu, I will concede it. It's okay. You can take him out of the film. I would love a reference to Mushu. So whether it's a statue or painting, and then they say, oh, Mushu, you know, the dragon of the dragon of good fortune, or something like that. That would be really, really nice. Just to have a reference to him. I don't think they should just exclude him. But yes, you know, it would have to be a CGI character. You have to replace Eddie Murphy. Kevin Hart could do it. There was a rumor that Kevin Hart would do it, but I think they decided not to do Mushu, so that's out. And now it's too late. So I wish he was in it, but it's okay. I can live with that one. You can give that one to China. Third one is Shang. Shang should be in the film. Same character, same role, same position. It should be beefed up. Since Mushu's gone and the cricket is gone, so he has Mulan has no one to speak to. I don't even think she has the three male friends. I don't believe they're in this film, which is fine. I understand they can cut them out, or maybe not cut out, but even have smaller roles in the live action film. Probably they'll probably just be 5 or 6 soldiers, and then the new male supporting lead. I believe his name is, I can't pronounce it, I'm going to butcher it. It's Chen Honghu, so I butchered it. But again, but he'll probably be the lead of the soldiers, with 4 or 5 other soldiers who have 1 or 2 lines, which is fine. But I would have Shang in there. I would not have changed it. I think that's just a change for the sake of it. There's no point to it, really. So have Shang in the same role, same character, General's son. That's such a touching scene. I'm just like, it's flooding back into my mind now. But when they go to, sorry, spoilers for Mulan, 1998, but when they go to the village to, you know, meet up with Shang's father and the large army, and they see, you know, the decimation of it and the little doll. Like, it's such a touching scene. And I'm not saying that that scene won't be in the new film. I hope it is, because it really is a powerful scene. But it just means so much to Shang, you know, knowing that his father was killed among, you know, hundreds of soldiers. Such a touching scene, and that's gone now with this soldier, because he's just a soldier, right? He has no connection to the general. He has no connection to any family members, unless they do two brothers in the army, which I have not heard of. So it's a shame. I don't want to harp on this. Now, there was also some talk, you know, I just want to cover this quickly. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. Why Shang? It's not Shang, and it's his fellow soldier. It's because there was a little bit of talk that Mulan doesn't need a man. She's the main character. You know, there should not be a romance because it's a war film. Again, I'm gonna get some dislikes, but it's just stupid. It's stupid. Like, just shut up. Just shut up. So, Mulan's a strong female character who saves China, and she can't have a romance? Why? Why can't she have a romance? Like, you can't be a strong female, you can't be a strong woman in the real world, in Toronto, or in Canada, or in New York, or Los Angeles, because you have a husband? Or a boyfriend? Or a lesbian lover? Or partner? Pardon me, lesbian partner? And I don't think this really, like, there was a little bit of talk about that. I think that's silly. I apologize. There was a little bit of talk about her being an LGBTQ character, right? I mean, the big one is Elsa from Frozen 2, which I don't think is happening. Unless there's a secret girlfriend that they haven't shown in 2 trailers. It's not happening. I think Mulan, that's fine. Like, that's fine. It's great if people of different orientation look up to Mulan or Elsa as an as a lesbian character. I don't want to keep saying that. As an LGBTQ character, pardon me. That's great. I think Elsa should have a girlfriend, actually, in Frozen 2. There's no indication. We've had a teaser trailer and a trailer, which I've seen both. And I don't believe that's the story, so I don't know where a girlfriend would fit in. It's a shame. I wish there was a girlfriend for Elsa, because it works. It works really well. Doesn't really work for Mulan as well. I mean, it wouldn't work, because they're going for a realistic take on Mulan. And she's already dealing with, you know, being worthy and, you know, I'm like singing the lyrics now. I'm saying the lyrics, like, when will my reflection show who I am inside? Like, who am I? So she's dealing with that. She doesn't have to deal with, like, oh, you know, do I like boys or girls? And they added a sister for her. I think that's nice, actually. I think she'll have probably a nice heartfelt conversation with the sister before she goes off to war, which is beneficial to Mulan's character. But yes, I don't really think that would work for Mulan. I don't really know the reasoning behind Shang's disappearance, whether it's they wanted the character to be, they didn't want a romance, or they didn't want Shang to be higher than Mulan. Again, both of those reasons, this is just my opinion. I think those are silly. Songs, 2 songs preferably, please. No, Mushu's fine. Shang should not have touched them. He should be in the film. Those are my opinions. Sorry. This one a little bit long, as always. What do you think? Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Do you think... So those three components, what do you think? Should Mulan, the live action film coming out in March 2020, should it have songs, Mushu, and Shang? Should it have those three components? Would you only choose one of those three components? Let me know in the comments section. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a like. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. These are fun to do. I've just been lazy lately. I apologize for that. More videos will come. More trailer reactions, etc., etc. I've just been lazy and nothing's really inspired me lately, to be honest. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out because this is a point of contention for a lot of people. I know many people would want the songs to be in there, and it's not too late. They can do songs. Mushu is too late, Shang is too late. I would love for them to be in the film. Shang's not too late, they could still do it, but the songs are the easiest to do, especially Reflection. You could just, 2 days of reshoots and you could put that song in the film. But anyways, thank you guys again. I will see you next time. Bye.